Facts, opinions, stances, and beliefs. We often say that a person's expressions can generally be divided into two categories: facts and opinions. Facts have truth or falsehood, while opinions have no right or wrong. However, upon closer examination, these can be further subdivided into at least four categories: facts, opinions, stances, and beliefs. Facts. For example, is it's hot today a fact? No, it's not a fact. It's 30 degrees Celsius today is a fact. Feeling hot is your opinion. Facts are objective realities independent of human judgment. Sometimes, the real world is so complex that determining a fact is challenging. For instance, consider a vertical cylinder. From above, you see a circle. From the side, you see a rectangle or square. Or, when you look at a mountain, it may appear differently depending on the perspective. Viewed from the side, it looks like a ridge. From the front, it looks like a peak. Fish in a fish tank perceive their world as spherical, while our view of the world is entirely different. In general, facts are the least controversial form of objective existence. We can only say that our understanding of facts is not yet comprehensive. Opinions are your perspectives on a fact. Opinions are more closely tied to you than to the fact itself. For instance, you may think 30 degrees Celsius is hot because you're used to cooler temperatures. On the other hand, someone else might think 30 degrees Celsius is cool because they are used to hotter conditions. Your knowledge, the information you have, and your way of thinking shape your opinions. Why is there so much debate on the internet? It's because people have different pieces of information and distinct ways of thinking. These people form their own groups with little overlap. For example, those who believe in traditional medicine interact with like-minded people, while those who don't believe in it do the same. The world operates harmoniously within these bubbles. However, the internet brings these different groups together, leading them to see each other as opposites, sparking endless arguments, with everyone claiming to represent the facts. What is a stance? A stance is an opinion influenced by one's position and interests. Suppose someone asks you if it's hot, and you feel it's quite hot. However, if you work for a property management company, admitting it's hot might lead others to demand you turn on the building's air conditioning. As a result, you may find yourself sweating and still saying, "I'm not hot. I'm really not hot." In such cases, unless you and the other person share the same position and interests, you are unlikely to reach a consensus. In debates, this is referred to as taking a position. When you hold the affirmative side, you may passionately persuade the other side, even convincing yourself of your own position. Then, the moderator suddenly says, "Switch sides." Both parties may pause for a moment, but within seconds, you, now holding the opposing position, can still passionately argue your new stance, as if you've come to believe it entirely. This is what a stance is. We don't debate right or wrong. We compete to win or lose. Therefore, don't argue over right or wrong with someone who has a stance. This is also why people often say, children talk about right and wrong. Adults talk about benefits. Why? Because children lack positions and interests. Beliefs are entirely self-consistent systems of logic. You may believe in Christianity, I may believe in Buddhism, and someone else may believe in science. Beliefs are more powerful than stances. Why? Because everyone believes they don't have a stance and that what they believe in is the truth. That's right. Beliefs are always correct because you cannot prove them wrong. This is what is meant by self-consistent logic. A discerning person must recognize that this world contains numerous self-consistent yet mutually contradictory belief systems. Beliefs are internally consistent but may conflict with one another. In such cases, you can only choose one. Once you choose, you cannot be defeated. Everyone has their own belief system. Do not attack someone else's beliefs. First, you cannot win. Second, you may lose a friend. Like, comment, and subscribe for more insights like this. See you next time.